Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody there? Say hello in the comments and let me know where you are on a scale of 1 to the ninth level of hell, how hot it is where you are living right now. Say hello and let me know that you are here. In the meantime, I am going to crack open this nice chilly bottle of wine, which is actually a product of the United States. So this wine is a nice citrusy Sauvignon Blanc. I don't know if I have a favorite type of wine, but I definitely lean toward whites and rosés. I do like a red sometimes, but it's got to be like a certain mood to drink a red. Like, I like a red when I'm like chilling by the fire in like a ski chalet. So, not right now. Are you guys there? Let me know in the comments if you are watching so I know I have some friends tonight. Say hello, hello, hello so we can get started with our pajama party. No comments yet. That's okay. I'm just going to assume that people are watching. And they're going to get started with, I thought I would play today 2 truths and a lie. Oh, Randy's here. All right. I'm not 100% alone. Somebody's here. Someone. Dead Zone. Welcome to Pajama Party. You like red and only red. Now, when you say red and only red, do you have a specific type? Are you going to be drinking like a Cabernet Sauv? Are you like a Pinot kind of person? Let me know. All right, all the comments are coming in. We've got people. Benji says, hey Benji, welcome to another episode of Pajama Party. Jack's here. Hey Jack, welcome back. Hey, Mommy Blaze, and hi Siobhan and family. Good to see you again. Welcome back to Pajama Party. Dead Zone, you're allergic to wine, but you're still drinking it. I like that energy. Keep that. I don't know if you should keep that energy because that sounds like bad medical advice, but I do like that energy. All or nothing. All right. So I don't know if you guys saw this comment, but I wanted to get started with a game of 2 truths and a lie. But I have to think of the 2 truths and a lie. So I'm going to be typing that out while you guys let me know on a scale of 1 to the 9th circle of Dante's Inferno, how hot is it where you're living right now? Because where I live, I think that the devil might have invented a 10th circle of hell. And that's what it feels like to me today, because I am burning up. Oh, right. Dead Zone says, gotta be the dry stuff. Yes, I too like it dry. I don't like it too sugary. I don't know. It's not pleasant to me. I love to have a little bit of a dry taste to my wine. Ha, Josh. I do not eat dairy. I do not risk it for the biscuit. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Okay. Benji says it's a solid 8. It's that hot. What about the rest of you guys? What's the temperature like? Do you guys notice I shaved my head, or tried to shave? Because I've had an undershave, and due to quarantine, it's been growing out. So we tried to do it at home. I think it looks pretty good. Randy did it. Ooh. Tell her she's always welcome to send an anonymous question. I'm still working on the guests. We will eventually have guests on Pajama Party, but we gotta progress slowly, you guys. Get the word out. Let's build the audience for Pajama Party, and we will eventually get some guests on. Joshua's wine is super sweet tonight. Josh, do you have your bath as usual going on? And Dead Zone, it's a 6 in Gatineau. I'm not sure why your name is showing as your LARP company. check when your comments, it might give you the option to comment as your page or as your personal. And if not, you can always go and join us on YouTube as well, because is anybody here from YouTube, let me know in the comments if this is going to be a Facebook only party. On the balcony. That's amazing. I wish I could join you, but then I wouldn't have my lighting. Working on it. Working on it. Oh, I always love her too. Okay, let's see. I specifically gave her an invite to Pyjama Party because I thought she would like it very much. So I'm trying to work, while you guys tell me how hot it is, I'm working on my 2 truths and a lie, okay? I'm working on these 2 truths and a lie. I'm typing them out so I can put them in the chat. I need one more. All right. Okay. I got it. Okay. So I typed out 2 truths and a lie for you guys. I'm about to drop them into the chats. Okay. And I want you guys to tell me which one is the lie. Okay. I numbered them. Okay. So number 1, I once charged a man $20 to view my eyes without sunglasses. Number 2, I got drunk on a plane to Vancouver. Number 3, I have never ridden a horse. So you guys tell me which of these 3 statements is the lie. And I'm going to let these comments roll in while I queue up our first Ask Anja question. So you guys let me know. What am I lying about? Josh thinks it's number 3. Okay. Benji thinks I've never been to Vancouver. Benji, you don't think I'm cultured? Come on now. You guys let me know. I want to know which one is the lie. Which one is the lie? Okay. I'm really liking lately pulling up the questions on my computer instead of doing it on my phone, because it's just like easy to view and organize. Cam says number 3. Josh says if it's number 3, I have connections. So which one is it, guys? Is it? Deadzone says, you look like you party too much to be sober on a plane. Horses are hella scary, so I'm guessing you never rode one. Randy says, number 3, I hope. Why do you guys not want me to ride a horse? You guys are so mean. Like, what is that about? Which one is it? Which one is it? Shall I reveal it? I don't know if I'm going to reveal it yet. I might let you guys guess some more. I see that my inbox is full, but I don't know if it's the heat or my brain not working. But I am having trouble getting my inbox open to view it. Ah, there we go. Perfect. All right, should I tell you guys the truth? Shall I tell you? All right, confession time. The lie. Maybe I'll make it more dramatic. Statement number 1. I once charged a man $20 to view my eyes without sunglasses. Nobody thought that that was a lie because it was the truth. So which one's the lie? Which one is the lie? The lie is that I was drunk on a plane to Vancouver. Benji was correct. I have never been to Vancouver. If that sentence was a little bit shorter, it would be the truth. But that Vancouver disqualified me. I've never been to Vancouver. I have ridden a horse. I like horses. They're pretty. I mostly pet them, but occasionally I will get up. I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of riding a horse, but I've sat on the back of one while it walked around. So that counts. All right. Now that we've gotten warmed up. Good job, Benji. Congratulations. You are the winner. Is anyone here from YouTube? If you're here from YouTube, drop me a line and say hello because I miss you, YouTube. Benji has a top fan badge. Shout out to the top fans. Thank you for supporting me and liking everything. It makes me really happy to know that people are waiting to see what I want to do next. Congratulations to the winners, Siobhan and Benji. You guys caught me in my lies. All right, let's switch gears and let's get started with Ask Anja. Okie dokie. So our first submission today is a little bit of a story, and we love stories here on Pyjama Party. So let's get started. Our first writer is she, her, and congratulations, Benji. You are the winner of this week's challenge. You will win a tip of keeping your top fan badge because I don't have any money for you, but we'll work on it. All right. Shout out to Benji for also helping me create the True Pride Pop Party playlist on my Spotify profile. You can go find True Show Girl on Spotify and listen to the jams that Benji and I made for Pride. The playlist is just bangers and my music is on there too. So just go enjoy for the summertime. And let's get back to this story. Okay. Hi, Anja. Last summer, I went on a solo trip to Vegas to practice picking up men. I was on a bar tour and I made a friend who was also traveling by herself. She later told me she was kind of dating the tour guide, so I would know not to pursue him. We do the tour. She acts as my wing woman and it was a great night. However, she was supposed to meet the tour guide after he finished work the next day, but the douchebag had stood her up. I convinced her to go out to party with me the following night so that she could forget that jerk. She agreed. Normally, she does not drink, but that night she drank. All right, guys. Sounds like this is going to be the start of a beautiful story. Hello, YouTubers. Thank you for rolling in. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, that's just me. Sorry, guys. That's just me. All right. So we've got the story started. The stage is set. Hi, Rhapsody. We have two beautiful ladies out on the town in Vegas. Should I put on my glasses for this? I don't know if I'm going to need my glasses, but I will put it on. Okay. We started the night at a bar in the MGM Grand. We were sitting at a table, and one of the most gorgeous men I've ever seen in my life sits at the table next to us. I could not resist. I had to try and pick this guy up. I asked him to take our picture, and that got the ball rolling. After some good conversation, he bought us both more drinks because he was such a gentleman. Turns out, he was waiting for some friends and they were going to the same club as us. As we were waiting in line, my friend starts bawling her eyes out. "He dumped me. It's just starting to hit me now," she whispered to me. She tried to hide her tears from the sexy new gentleman we had just met. She asked me to distract him, but that was awkward, and he was not dumb. Eventually, we get into the club. He buys us more drinks and tries to cheer us up. But the alcohol made things worse. Even the bouncers took note. Okay, so we have set the stage for... Our writer has gone on a solo trip to Vegas to get her groove together, to meet some sexy men. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And she made a friend who recently just got dumped. And they are out on the town. But see, the problem with going out with new people, in my opinion, is that you don't know exactly how they're going to behave. You don't know if they're going to be on good behavior or if they're going to be wilding out. And looks like this little lady here is a little bit out of control. It is what it is. So, but we have a sexy gentleman that's accompanying us at the bar, and that's a good start. We had to leave, and as we were leaving, he had to hold her arm and I held the other. Eventually, we got up the bridge connecting the MGM Grand to New York, New York. Wow, y'all acting out in the people's nice hotel, huh? I called an ambulance because we were concerned about alcohol poisoning. The paramedics took her and I could not go with her, so it was just me and Ricardo. And our author has put Ricardo in quotations. "You can come with me, but don't mention this to my friends because I want them to have a good night," he told me bluntly. We go back into the casino and meet his friends. I make out with him. Okay, shit, dang. Even got some pics with him. He even suggested we go back for some wink wink, but I was renting an Airbnb room from a cat lady who had 6 rescue cats and did not allow guests, and he was sharing accommodation with his family. So as hard as it was, we parted ways. He was the only guy I regretted saying no to. The next morning, the hospital called me, and I Ubered there to pick up my friend. Ricardo had flown back to San Francisco. Even my cat-loving Airbnb host, who did not allow guests, said that I should have brought him back. Did I do the right thing? I think I still have him on Facebook, but I don't know if he's still interested. He lives far away, and we have not spoken in a year. What should I do? Signed, Ricardo from Vegas. All right, Pyjama Party, what should our writer do? Should she slip and slide into those DMs of Ricardo? Like, "Hey, big head, long time no see. Remember that almost adventure we had in Vegas? I know it's quarantine, but maybe after that we could link up." Or do you think she should leave it alone? What do you guys think that she should do? Personally, I have imported partners in before when, that's who I wanted to see. So I can't say anything about him living too far away. But I will say that night that you met, it was Vegas, I'm sure there was Vegas magic in the air. You did the right thing by taking care of this girl, even though, it is what it is. And also, you don't want to cross boundaries by bringing people back to the Airbnb and his family and stuff like that. It's a sad miss. I mean, there's other options y'all could have explored if you really wanted it to. But I think you should drop him a like, When he posts something on Facebook now, drop him a like and a comment like, "Hey, Ricardo, looking good." And see, does he react your comment, or does he love react your comment? Because if he loves react your comment, that's a chance to slip into those DMs and, start the conversation again, Because if this dude is really the most gorgeous guy you've seen, I mean, I'm all about following your dreams. Let's see what the people say in the comments. Josh says, she did the right thing. Reach out to him. It's how my hubby and I met. Long distance and no talk for a year. Do you see that, you guys? It can be worth it. Josh is proof. So just connect with him on Facebook, put it out there and see what comes back to you. Let's see. Dead Zone says, the game is still on regardless of how much time has passed. Exactly. Agreed. Randy says, sounds like she had a good time with the guy, but Las Vegas seems far away. It's not that far. She made it first time. And I think Ricardo lives in San Francisco. So I don't know where our writer lives because she didn't say. She just said that she made a trip to Vegas. But clearly she got a passport and will travel. Not necessarily trying to get engaged to the dude. She could. Josh did. But might be here for a good time, not a long time. What do you guys think? What should she do? All right, let's see what else is up. We got a scandalous question here. Our next question is from they, them. Says, I'm in a monogamous relationship, but told a platonic friend I was not feeling so platonic. They didn't say they were interested. They didn't say they were not interested. And I might have been drunk and high at the time. We haven't talked about it since, but we have hung out. Do I bring it up again? Signed, feeling guilty. Okay, feeling guilty. I'm assuming you're feeling guilty because you're in a monogamous relationship and you tried to flirt with your platonic friend that you don't feel that platonic about. So is it really your platonic friend? So you got a lukewarm response. They're not interested. They're not interested. And if you were drunk and high at the time, I'm assuming maybe your friend was drunk and high also at the time. You guys haven't talked about it since. You need to ask yourself. Randy says, feeling guilty did not give all the facts in that story. Exactly. This is feeling guilty. This is the secret inbox. I'm going to need you to write back in and fill in the rest of the story here because we're going to try to put this together, but we don't have all the info feeling guilty. So I need you to be really thorough so we can give you really good advice. But here's what I think. You were drunk and high at the time. Your friend was drunk and high at the time. Y'all haven't talked about it because maybe they forgot or maybe they thought you were fooling around and didn't take it serious. But you need to ask yourself, what is your intention if you bring it up again? Because if you were drunk and high at the time, we're going to give you the Benny, short for benefit of the doubt, that perhaps you were just feeling a little flirtatious when the booze hits you. It happens to the best of us. But why do you want to bring it up again if you're in a monogamous relationship? You need to ask yourself that question. What is the result that you are looking for? Do you want to hook up with this friend? There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to go back to that monogamous relationship that you said you were in and how to have a conversation with your partner before you have a conversation with your friend that you're interested in. That's what I'm thinking. So before you talk to a friend, go talk to your partner. Let's see what the people say. Joshua says, window shopping is fine. If you act, tell your partner. That's great advice, Josh. But I think if the relationship is defined as monogamous, you probably should have that conversation before you act. All right. Benji says, Feeling guilty, definitely dropped. Good advice, Josh. I like that advice. What do you guys think? What would you do if your partner was flirting out with their friends? Let's see the next question. All right. Next question is from she, her, and it's a bit of a block of text. Let's get into it. SOS, Anja. I like the urgency. I like this. I started dating my boyfriend about 4 months ago. Oh, we have one more reply. Dead Zone says, seem heartless. I just let it die. Yeah. All right. SOS Anja. I started dating my boyfriend for about 4 months ago. When we started dating, he had been single for about 2 to 3 weeks. He argues that they were on the rocks for over a year and only tried to make it work because of their son. Now, him and his ex have had a very tumultuous and toxic relationship. You gotta be a Pyjama Party viewer if you just use the word tumultuous. That's a 10-cent word. All right, let's get back to the story. Him and his ex have had a very tumultuous and toxic relationship. She was very abusive to him, which I can still see evidence in the text she sent him. I encourage him to just be the better person and not stoop to her level. He told her about me about 2 months into the relationship. He initially asked her if she had met anyone. She replied no and asked him if he had, to which he replied, yeah, he did. She said she was happy for him. 3 days later, she starts posting this guy on her Instagram story. And says that's her man. Now recall, 3 days prior, she wasn't seeing anyone. He starts to get upset because why is she posting some new guy? But whatever, he laughs it off and calls it pathetic. 2 weekends after that, she posts a picture in her bra next to new dude on her story. Now in my head, I'm like, clearly, this is to get my boyfriend's attention because she can clearly see he views her stories. But I let it go. Now, my boyfriend and I have been working pretty hard on fitness, and he has a new haircut, so he looks less hockey boy and more Viking Earl. Today, less than 2 months after she allegedly starts dating this new boy, he goes to pick up his son for his evening with him, and suddenly she's super nice to him and no longer cold. Making conversations. And then she tells him her and new guy broke up. Am I crazy, or is she trying to put her hands back in that cookie jar? Signed, I'll shank somebody. Well. All right, let's look at the comments. I think Master Cam's comment is from our previous story saying, Jack and I agree, mature conversations all around. Yeah, I think that's from the previous. I think there might be a bit of a delay going on YouTube today. I apologize if that's the case. I'll try to keep everybody looped in. Jack says, sounds like they're all still too caught up in each other's stuff. Yes, I would co-sign that, Jack. It seems like everybody is kind of still watching what everybody else is doing. Benji says, why are heteros like this? Can't ask me. I don't know. Ask someone else. Somebody heterosexual in the comments, please come and speak for your people. Joshua says, heteronormal activity. Yeah, pretty much. And Jack says, well, that's a sign off. Yeah, I'll shank somebody. That's quite the sign off there. So let's see. Our writer, Miss I'll shank somebody, started dating her boyfriend 4 months ago. Okay, hold on a second. Do I have to get out the notebook, you guys? I got the notebook. Ooh, my notebook matches my vintage Victoria's Secret pajamas today. Fashion. Fashion. Okay. So, let's go on a timeline here, okay? So, they've been dating for about 4 months. That's right now, okay? So, 4 months, okay? He'd been single for about 2-3 weeks before they started dating. So, let's put this as like ground zero, okay? So, 2-3 weeks pass. This is when they start dating. But they claim that the relationship was on the rocks for over a year. Now, that's a different story because I don't know why people stay together if their relationship is rocky for a year. That's a long time to be with someone you don't like. Shh. Benji says, dump this man. He's either too stupid to be in a relationship of any sort if he doesn't see through her, or he's not shutting it down because he wants the option. There's plenty of D out there for this low rent nonsense. And that's what I agree with. There's always another hot dog stand. You don't have to settle. Josh says, Miss Shank, leave it. It ain't worth it. Okay, so let's go back to my graph here, okay? So we've got 2-3 weeks. So they start dating at 2-3 weeks after the breakup, which is pretty... I mean, if they were on the rocks for over a year, then they have had to been together for multiple years, right? Is anyone else feeling the same math as me on that? I feel like you had to be together for multiple years for it to be on the rocks for a year. But anyway, and so 2 to 3 weeks is a short time to be broken up. But anyway, we get a new relationship 2 to 3 weeks after the breakup. We're gonna call this B Day. Okay? And then 2 months into the relationship, so we're like this point now. Okay? Oh my gosh, Dead Zone, welcome to Pyjama Party. We get technical here. We like to break down with charts and graphs, okay? So 2 months into the relationship, then he asks her, do you have a new man? And she says, no. First of all, we don't know why is he asking that? Why does he care if she has a new man? Like, why? Why is that important? We don't know. But anyway, she says no. But then plus 3 days later is new man gate, okay? So we have the new man enters the chat, and so she went from here, this point, having no man, to this point, posting pictures in bed with the new man. I'm gonna draw a bed here, okay? In her bra, on her stories, so that she could see the red receipts. So our writer, Miss I'll Shank Somebody, over this period of 4 months, has slowly been boyfriend building and getting him into fitness and getting him a nice haircut. So he's looking good. And today, we're at 4 months. Less than 2 months after new man enters the chat, she is back trying to flirt with the boyfriend. Girl, I don't know. I don't feel like I shouldn't have needed to draw this diagram to explain to you that yes, she's trying to get back into that cookie jar that she was barely out of in the first place when y'all got together. And he's low-key entertaining it. Low-key entertaining it. Because I need to know why. Why? So, this is what needs to happen. Woo! Siobhan says, why is it always about some guy? It looks like girls don't give stress. Girls give stress too. Everybody gives stress. It just seems that Pyjama Party viewers have so far been writing in about the men. But all are welcome here. Send in your questions. Secret inbox is always open. Benji says, I mean, one would hope they were together for longer than a year. Well, if they were on the rocks for a year, then I don't really know. Randy says, Miss Shank Somebody, you are not crazy. Ask your man flat out who he wants. Nobody wants to be a rebound. You know what? I like that confrontational energy. The year is 2020, and we're no longer beating around the bush, guys. We are communicating clearly with our intentions and putting our energy into the intentions and the results that we want. So we need to evaluate, what result does the girlfriend want? Who knows? Maybe she just wants mix up. Maybe she just wants attention. Miss, I'll shank somebody. What result do you want? Clearly, you're putting time and energy into your relationship and you feel like there's outside forces coming in. The only thing you have control over is how you act in that relationship. You don't have control over what your partner puts into it or what distractions your partner allows there to be. You only have control over yourself. So you need to set yourself an intention of what you will tolerate and what is acceptable to you, and draw that line in the sand for yourself before you're faced with it. And when it happens, then put your foot down and stand up for yourself. Do not allow anybody to treat you in a way than less. Do not allow anyone to treat you in a way that is less than what you feel you deserve. Benji says, why even ask? You shouldn't need your partner for validation. What do you guys think? Should is Miss Shank somebody crazy? We don't think she's crazy. She's not crazy. Is the ex trying to put her hands back in the cookie jar? Probably. But what we need to focus on is what you can do for yourself. I'll shank somebody. As I say all the time, there are so many delightful, delicious, thick, hot, juicy hot dog stands all over the world that you don't have to settle for one that doesn't know where it wants to park, okay? So Rhapsody says, okay, that early on, y'all should still be hard eyes. If he's bringing that much drama so early on, can you imagine what genuinely hard interpersonal work will look like? Tell him to get it together, and Miss Shanks, don't be watching any ex's stories. Yeah, don't watch the ex's stories anymore, Miss Shanks. It's going to give you anxiety. Sam likes my... Thank you, Sam. We did that bathroom barber. Thank you to COVID-19. I feel like my head is like slightly dented or maybe misshapen, but you guys tell me. I'm gonna do like a fashion rotation. All right. Well, Miss, I'll shank somebody. I hope you listen to some of our advice. You don't necessarily have to dump your boyfriend. Please don't shank anybody. But my advice for you is to set your intention for yourself of what the result that you want is, and don't accept treatment that's less than what you deserve. And please write us in again to update us on how things are going. Riley says that bathroom barber struggle. Woo! Due to COVID-19, the salons are not open. Apparently, they're going to be opening up soon. I don't know if I'm about to go that quickly, but they will be opening up soon after I decided to cut this. Also, everybody, Riley has a YouTube channel. So if you want some body positive fitness, go check out Riley Evans on YouTube. He's awesome. And Rhapsody says, also, to be honest, you don't need to be threatening violence against any exes. Defend your territory. Your territory should be defending its own messy self. Upgrade. Thank you, Sam. I like that advice, Rhapsody. Exactly. We can't control how much time or energy or how seriously he wants to invest into this new relationship. If what he says is true and the previous relationship was on the rocks for over a year, there should be no reason for him to be going forward and trying to have any sort of interactions of that nature with the ex. I mean, I understand they have a son together, so we want everybody to be adults and cordial and show children that adults can get along no matter what their differences are. But if that relationship has already failed, he should be directing his energy forward and fully into your relationship. And if he's not going to do that, and you need to decide, Miss, I'll shank somebody, what that looks like for you. And if he doesn't do it, hasta luego. Goodbye. Dead Zone's been rocking a hobo haircut and beard. You know what? That might be the new look. Don't write it off, you know? I like a beard, so there you go. Justin Trudeau's got the little skater boy thing bringing it back, and he's got a beard, and he's the prime minister. So we can all do whatever we want at this point. We got another question. This is a nice short one. Oh, this is cute. From she, her, who wants to ask Anja, my skin breaks out in the hot weather. I get so greasy that I want to skip moisturizer entirely, which I know is a bad idea. Do you have any skincare advice for a gal who gets sweaty breakouts? I feel like frequently over cleansing might actually make it worse. From Suddenly Sebum. All right, so I'm not an esthetician, so do not take this as licensed advice. There might be some estheticians in the chat, and feel free to chime in. But what I've been told is that if you are frequently over cleansing, your skin might actually be producing additional oil in order to protect itself. And then if you're not moisturizing, so if you're over cleansing and you're not moisturizing, your skin is going to be trying to protect itself from the outside element and producing oil and oil and oil, because it's trying to keep up. So you actually do need to moisturize, but you might want to try a light moisturizer that's maybe almost liquid or gel, or something that's a spritz, with like rose water or cucumber water or something like that. But you do need to moisturize, and you don't want to be over cleansing. If you want to gradually allow your skin to start self-regulating and reducing that oil production, a great thing to use would be clay. So you can use natural clay. You can use clay masks. You can use products with charcoal in them, and that will sort of, in theory, help to regulate the oil production. But you got to keep moisturizing, and you cannot over cleanse, because it's just going to make your skin inflame with oil to protect itself. All right, let's see what the people are saying. Riley says, pro tip, make your hair appointments now. For later, it's going to be lineup. That's a great idea. If you guys have somewhere important to go coming up, make sure you make your hair appointments. What I'm thinking is, by the time my hair grows in, then it will be kind of like the time to get it cut again. Josh says, yo girl, same. I think with the oily skin. Benji says, didn't we have someone using rubbing alcohol on their face a while back? Sounds like a good fit here. Yeah, that was last week on Pyjama Party. A writer had a friend that was using rubbing alcohol. Don't do them. Let's not. But if you like that feeling of cleanliness, witch hazel can be good, or very, 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 very diluted apple cider vinegar. Very, very, extremely, extremely diluted. Rapsy says, yes, clay mask, save my oily mug. And Josh has already booked his hair appointment. All right, perfect. Let's see what's next. A little story, not a long one. Our next writer is a young man, pronouns he, him, and wants to ask Anja, I have two friends, Tim and Jim, who have been renamed for the sake of the story. Both Tim and Jim love to go camping, but I have trouble wanting to plan any further outings because, in the past, they have both been unreliable and difficult campers. In one instance, Tim and Jim got all messed up, did no work, and complained that it took forever to set up the camp. Then, to top it all off, we got kicked out of the campsite for making too much noise. Obviously, I love my friends, but I have trouble trusting them when it comes to going camping. Am I overreacting for not trusting Tim and Jim again? Does anyone have tips for drunk and nosy campers not getting kicked out of a campsite? Signed, Dim, Tim, and Jim. The sign-offs get better every episode. Congratulations, you guys. Thanks you for writing and to Pyjama Party, Dim, Tim, and Jim. All right. So, Tim and Jim love to go camping, but they're how do I word this gently? They didn't want to do the work and they complained that it took forever to set up the camp. Well, the thing about camping, I'm a little camping princess. I love camping. Is that you have to set up the camp. No one's going to set up the camp for you unless you're going glamping. So it sounds like they invited Mr. Dim so that he could do all of the work and they could enjoy themselves like that they were at Coachella. And then got kicked out of the campsite for making too much noise. Jack says, they sound like terrible camping friends if they can't follow the rules. Go solo camping. Thank you, Alexa. It's like in a little bun-arella right now, but thank you. Got the shave going on. I love shaved sides. Good to see you on Pyjama Party also. Welcome back. Joshua says, drop them, find new friends. Watch out for stick figures in trees. Alexa says, what do they have to offer if they're going to sit back and relax? Did they at least bring the booze? I'm guessing that they probably brought the booze, Alexa, because apparently that's the only thing that they did. Was get all messed up. That's the first thing that Dim said that they did. In one instance, Tim and Jim got all messed up and did no work. So it sounds like, Dim, you might have been invited to do the work so Tim and Jim could enjoy themselves. You don't have to go camping with them. And that's the beautiful thing about friendship. You can love people and not participate in everything that they have going on. You can love them to the moon and back. That does not mean you have to be there and be a participant in every single thing that they do. Seems like you gave it a shot, you went camping, and it was not a good experience for you because you felt like you had to do an unfair share of the work. You got kicked out of the campsite for making too much noise. You have trouble trusting them. I feel like for you, going camping again with them would probably be an anxiety-ridden experience, and you don't have to subject yourself to that. You can say no. There's ways of turning them down without being like, you guys are drunk and lazy losers. I don't want to go camping with you. That's probably not the thing to say, but be like, hey, last time it really wasn't for me. No hard feelings, you guys. I'm rooting for you. You guys enjoy the camping without me. Let's see what Rapsy says. Rapsy says, I reserve camping with them for like special party camping contexts like festivals. Otherwise, find new people to camp with on the regular. Yes. Dim, if you love camping, go camping with someone else. That's okay. Go a different type of camping. If you are adverse to the work, then go glamping. Nothing wrong with glamping. Tim and Jim, hopefully they'll get it together. But, if you want a quiet camping experience and they're trying to get super lit and super loud, you don't want to be blacklisted from the campsites because you're with, Dumb and Dumber. Okay. Yeah, they sound like the type that might play Wonderwall on the guitar. They sound like that kind of group. Benji says, I cannot go camping, to be honest. You do this to yourself. Nothing wrong with camping. I support camping. Camping is a beautiful thing. Camping is cool. Go camping. It's wonderful to be in nature. What do you guys think? If you were Dim, would you go camping with them again? Because I might, but not just the three of us. I think if it was, like Rapsy said, a festival, or if there was a group so that the labor could be better distributed. So Dead Zone says glamping. Yes, glamping is a trend in recent years where people go camping, but instead of just, kicking it with a tent and a tarp, they are having more amenities. So they might have larger tents that are roomier, tents that you can stand up in. Or maybe there's a wood stove in the tent. Maybe it's not a tent at all, it's a cabin. But glamping is like camping, but with more amenities so that people can be more comfortable. And I think it's great. And I think it's a great addition to the industry and getting people out into the woods and camping and in nature that otherwise might be too intimidated by the idea of, pitching a tent just out of nowhere by themselves if they've never done something like that before. I don't know if Tim and Jim are hooking up. I don't really get that out of the story, but I would read the fan fiction, Joshua. All right, we still have more questions to go today. So let's see what's next. Rapsy has good advice. Join a LARP group. They know how to do the work and also party hard. Yes, Dim, if you really love camping, or maybe all three of you guys join a LARP group, and then you can have adventures together, and you won't get kicked out of the campsite for being too loud because everybody's there to enjoy themselves. All right. Our next writer is him, and he asks, what is your favorite sexual lubricant and why is it boy butter? Signed off, Slippery When Wet. Did the company send this to my inbox? Because, listen, I've never tried it. So, you guys are going to have to ask me about products. I got to try the products. Never tried it. Never tried it. Never tried it. Boy butter. Gotta try it. Never tried it. So, unfortunately, Slippery When Wet, I'm not well equipped to answer this question. But I'm glad that you have a favorite, and I applaud you. And I hope that you continue to use that and practice safer sex practices. Y'all want me to try things? You got to send it to me. All right. Next question from him. What would your ideal, all ethical, moral... Oh, Benji says boy butter is great. All right, so that's one vote for it. What would your ideal, all ethical, moral, everything considered, this animal wants to be your BFF for life, pet, familiar, companion be, signed off animal style? I'm going to let you guys throw in some options into the ring. What animal would be a perfect pet, familiar, companion for me? I'm thinking about that. And I love lions because I'm a Leo and lions are like kind of lazy like me, but like they're super fierce and powerful and strong and fast when they need to be. And they're just very regal and they're cute, but also tear shit up. So I think a lion would be perfect, so long as the lion wouldn't hurt me, because lions be like 400, 500 pounds. I'm not. And they've got sharp teeth. I don't. So the lion would have to be very loyal. But I think I would do well with a lion. But there might be some other options I haven't considered. So Josh says Tiger Queen confirmed. You saw my picture today. There's a little Tiger King reference in there. Deadzone says a sassy gator. Well, yes. I am Princess Tiana, so a gator playing the trumpet would be very apt as well. Rapsy says lions are also Girl Squad goals and also gay. You know what? Good point, Rhapsody. Excellent point. Excellent point. Well. I've been waiting for this question. This next question is from her. And she says, a friend of mine started an OnlyFans page. Out of curiosity, I paid for a month and now feel kind of bad for peeking in once in a while to see the goods, even though he has a girlfriend. Should I feel bad though? Signed, Mississippi Queen. Been waiting for this question. I've been waiting for someone to mention this website. All right. I have friends on Rhymes with Don'tly Dans. And I subscribe. So your friend is offering a service for a compensation. You subscribe fair and square. I don't think the fact that he has a girlfriend is relevant to this conversation because the subscription was available. You pay the subscription fee. So what's the problem? Unless your friend has specifically told you, hey, I don't feel comfortable with you subscribing to my content, then that's a different story. If your friend is cool with you subscribing to the content and paying, then I don't understand why you would feel bad. Enjoy the content you paid for. Siobhan's like, don't feel bad. TF? Josh says, don't feel bad. You're supporting him. Exactly. It'd be one thing if you were like going underhandedly to try to view and peek the content without paying. But you were paying just like everybody else. In fact, go leave him a tip from me. He's getting paid. Yes. Master Cam, back on the lion thing. Master Cam says, nobody's picking up lion poops. That's funny. No, we do not want to pick those up. And I did not consider that, but like maybe it's a magical lion and it doesn't poop. Deadzone says, well, it's money support, I'm guessing. Yes. So Deadzone, if you don't know, the website rhymes with Don'tly Dans. People can put up whatever kind of exclusive content they like to put up on it, and you can subscribe to your friends. It doesn't have to be your friends. You can subscribe to anybody, any of the many users that are on the website. Every content creator creates their own sort of content. Sometimes the content is generic. Sometimes it's less family friendly, more adult. And it really depends who you're subscribing to. Most of the content is created by the models and performers themselves, which is really cool because it feels much more consensual than, other sites and more interactive as well. You can buy specific clips and you can send tips and things like that with people you're interested in, or you can just subscribe and pay the monthly fee and get access to the feed. Siobhan says, what's the link? Asking for a friend. Yeah, what's the link? Mississippi Queen. It's okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you dropped it in the secret inbox, it wouldn't be so anonymous anymore. But support your friend. Rhapsody says, if watching P is fine with your relationship, then paying for free-range, independently produced content is ideal. Exactly. If you're going to watch something, you might as well watch something that's independently produced and is compensating the artist directly. And if you're going to compensate someone directly, why not one of your friends? He put it there. You subscribed. I don't think you should feel bad. Back to the lions. Lions be super gay. Josh says, let me know if he's my type. To be honest, I'd be more mad if my partner was only watching free stuff. Yeah. Get these people their money, okay? Go subscribe to somebody's own Don'tly Dans today, okay? We don't want to get got by the Facebook censors. Go subscribe to somebody's independent content today, all right? All right, so the pronouns are he, him. And we have some tea. All right, here we go. Here's some tea. I'm curious to what others think about. In my city, it's illegal to own a specific reptile. Almost everywhere else in my province, it's legal. I love my city so much, I got one. I was talking to another enthusiast who informed me they are scarce these days, but in demand because we no longer import them. I've considered breeding mine to help out. They are harmless, adorable, and like I said, legal in every other city. Should I do it? P.S. Does that make my city Carol Baskin? Or is that me? Signed, the Reptile King. I said the secret inbox is open, and well, it is. All right, Reptile King. All right. You taking a walk on the wild side. You have not been afraid of our stories of incarceration, have you? All right, let's see what's up here. Let's see. I'm going to Google and find out what is the punishment for breeding reptiles. Because listen, Reptile King, what we don't want is a situation where the reason it's banned is because it's like murder hornets or something. You know, we don't want the city to become overrun. All right, here we go. Because I cannot publicly endorse you breaking the law. Siobhan says, LMAO, next pajama party, it's gonna be, so I got an illegal reptile and now I'm incarcerated. Exactly. I'm not a lawyer, okay? But I'm Googling this. Oh my God. Listen, if anyone ever on this show gets arrested, please send your details to the secret inbox. I will make sure we keep money on your books. Okay, if you are a loyal Pajama Party viewer, we will take care of you. But also, please don't break the law. I'm trying to Google and see what happens if you breed a reptile. Okay, so you're not supposed to possess endangered or threatened species, and I don't know what kind of reptile this is. We don't know. It doesn't say it's endangered. It says everybody else in the province is legal, but they don't want him to move. All right. David says, no, Reptile King, you want to end up just like the Tiger King, down, and you won't get a Netflix special, just jail time. Master Cam says, nope, not ever worth risking getting tangled in law enforcement. Sharon says, we got you. Yeah, if you get arrested, we got money on your books, but we are not telling you to break the law, because I would never do that, because the law is the law. Okay? Rhapsody says, is there not like a conservation program you can support with proper infrastructure and ethical practices? You don't have to do all the work yourself, just support those who are. Oh my gosh, everybody's like, yes, send in the money. The law is the law. Okay. Now, you got the reptile because it's legal everywhere else in the province, except for where you live. So you got to be Canadian, okay? So here's the thing. Canadian cities, the borders are very loosey-goosey, toasty, you know? So this is not legal advice, okay? I'm not a lawyer. But what I think that you're saying here, if I read with my glasses, is that you got your reptile in a city that it was legal in where you lived, and when you relocated to your new city, you were not informed of the rules of the reptile that you've had for many years, and never looked it up because you knew that where you lived before it was legal. So you have no clue that it's illegal in this new city, like I said, because it was always legal to your knowledge. But you're not going to breed it because it's illegal in your city and you don't break the law. However, you have heard of someone else in another city that might be breeding them. Rapsy says, LMAO, I had a bylaw infraction fund set aside for Burlesque Wednesdays in case the fuzz came after us for nipples or some ish. I endorse this. That is also true. Rhapsody did have some bylaw money set aside just in case the Pope showed up and tried to ruin our party. Siobhan says, claim it as your child. Hashtag not a lawyer. None of it. I don't know. Do we have any lawyers that are in the chat presently? Because I'm not a lawyer. But as far as I could understand with the reading is that you actually didn't get a reptile in a city where it was illegal. You got it in a city that was legal. And then you relocated, but you didn't bother to look up the laws because you had assumed that it was legal, and you would never abandon your pet that you've been caring for many years under the guise that it was legal in your city. All right. I think this is going to be our last question for the day. Yes. Benji said, sounds like an emotional support animal to me. Sounds like it to me too. Sounds like it. What are you supposed to do? Since you've had this animal for so long in a city that it was legal, if anyone ever finds out, you could just say, how was I supposed to know? And what are you supposed to do? Abandon the pet you got legally in a city that it was legal? But you're not going to breed it because we don't want to go to jail, okay? The pajama partiers, pajammers. What name? Did we decide a name? We didn't decide on a name. I got to work on the name situation. But we'll do a bail fundraiser. And if any pajama party audience members still working on the name, still working on the cute name, if any of y'all get arrested, make sure you send me. We put some money on your books. We're not going to put money on your books if you did anything messed up. But chances are, if you're watching Pajama Party, you wouldn't make bad decisions because you follow the excellent advice that we provide here. All right, let's see. Last question of the night. This one is from he, him. Anja. I've been considering doing an OnlyFans. Donly Dance, as I like to call it. I'm pseudo-married, and my partner doesn't like that. I'm jobless and feel like I'm not contributing. Should I do it behind their back or just not? We've talked about it many times, and my partner says they are fine supporting me and not to worry. But I want to be financially independent too. Signed, Salicious Scorsese. Okay, you guys are... You guys are really coming with the sign-offs. The sign-offs are getting better and better, you guys. Woo! David says jammers. Jammers is kind of cute. The Jammer Bail Fund. I like that. I mean, none of us are going to get arrested because we follow the law. But if it was unfounded accusations and a wrongful arrest, which any of us could be victim to, because, it could happen to anyone. None of us would ever do anything on purpose that was bad. But if there was a wrongful arrest for a jammer, then we got money on your books. When we get you the brand name chips. Not the potato crisp, okay? But those proper Lays. We'll make sure you're taken care of, okay? We got a fund for you. We don't have a fund, but we will hook it up, okay? Blaze says, nah. All right, so let's get in the Scandalous Scorsese. Oh, that's a beautiful sign off. Scandalous Scorsese. You have been thinking about signing up on that Don'tly Dance, eh? And you're pseudo married. First of all, ain't no such thing as pseudo married. You're married or you're not married. You can be married or engaged or dating or common law. But I'm concerned about your title of pseudo married. Choose one, please. The partner doesn't want you to get on that Don'tly Dance. So usually when someone has a partner that doesn't want them to get on the Don'tly Dance, I say, well, write down a list of your expenses, or if you already have one, how much money you're taking in from the Don'tly Dance, and ask if they're willing to support you. But here, the partner says they're willing to support you and not to worry. I do not think you should be doing a Don'tly Dance behind your partner's back, okay? If it's something that's really important to you, and this is the way that you express your art, Scandalous Scorsese, and you feel like it's something you really need to do, you maybe express that to your partner and say, this is super important to me. If it is indeed just about wanting to be financially independent on your own, and you have a partner that right now is fine supporting you, unless Don'tly Dance is really, and it could be your artistic outlet. That could be what you want to do to express yourself, and then it's worth fighting for. But if you're just trying to do Don'tly Dance for the money, well, guess what? You might sign up and nobody subscribes to you. So you might as well sign up on YouTube or start a live stream twice a week, because you might not make any money. So if you really want to be financially independent, there are many ways to do it, and you are very lucky to have a partner that wants to support you, and it's great that you want to be financially independent, but there is more than one route than just Don'tly Dance. So, I mean, it's really up to you, but I'll see what the jammers think about it. David says, dude, you better use what you got to get what you want. Secure your bag, and if your partner does not like it, then move on. Okay, David. Woo! Siobhan says, why is he against Don'tly Dance? Yes, why is the partner against Don'tly Dance? I think communication is important here. Because Scandalous Scorsese, you know, if this is your art form and you really want to fight for it, then have that conversation with your partner. But if it's only about being financially independent, there's other ways to do that. You don't have to do a Don'tly Dance. I don't know the exact situation, but it is worth having a sit down with your partner and asking them why they don't want you to be on Don'tly Dance. All right, Siobhan says, what's done in the dark always comes to light. Amen. Do not do that Don'tly Dance behind your partner's back, because your partner will eventually find out about it. They're going to be popping into the office and they're going to be like, hey, your pseudo-husband, looking mighty delicious on Don'tly Dance. Sent him a nice $50 tip last night for that beautiful picture. I wish people tipped $50 on Don'tly Dance. The world would be a better place if they did. But, you know, when the co-workers in the office are tipping $50 tips on Don'tly Dance, it might come up. It might come up, and it might not make your partner feel comfortable. So you need to have that conversation with your partner. I don't think you should do it behind their back. You should decide if it's important to you because you want to do the Don'tly Dance, because you're expressing yourself and it makes you happy. versus just wanting to be financially independent, because your financial needs are taken care of and there's other ways to be financially independent. So if it's important to you to be a Don'tly Dance star, then it's worth fighting for. But if you just see Don'tly Dance as an easy way to make money, guess what? It's not. It's real work. It's real work. It's not just lollygagging and easiness. You should do something else if you just think it's going to be easy. Benji says, but doing a Don'tly Dance behind his back is guaranteed future Pyjama Party content. Yeah, so Salicious Scorsese, if you don't listen to my advice and you make the Don'tly Dance anyway, update me on how it's going. And if your partner finds out, also write in, please. Inbox is always open. Benji says nobody subscribes to you. Ruthless. I'm not trying to be ruthless. I'm trying to be realistic. Building a brand presence wherever that is, if it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Don'tly Dance, wherever you are, it takes work and time. You're not just gonna post a picture and then be financially independent. If it was that easy, everybody would have a Don'tly Dance. Everyone would have one, but it's not that easy. Rhapsody says, listen, first of all, Thronely clans. Yes, Rhapsody. Thronely clans is not the only place to do online SW. But if you want to be financially independent and you really want to do online SW, then look at other ways. Exactly. So if you really want to do online work with adult content and that's where you feel happy and that's your joy, that's something that's worth fighting for, and it doesn't have to be on Don'tly Dance or Thronely Cans, okay? It can be somewhere else. It doesn't have to be that site. So you need to unpack why your partner has problems with that. If it's the work itself or if it's the website or the structure or whatever, it's not the only way to do it. But if it's just about the money, you are better off making scented candles and selling them on your Facebook. Because trying to make money is not a get rich quick scheme, okay? Don'tly Dance don't work like that. For everything you post, there's someone else that's going to be working 4 times harder than you doing some artistic stuff because this is their world. You don't get to just post a selfie and done. It doesn't work like that. And if content creation is something you really want to do and you want to do adult content creation, then it's worth fighting for in your relationship. But if it's just about money, there's so many other things you can do. Riley says it's pretty simple. Is it a deal breaker or is it not? If it's a deal breaker for your partner, your husband, I'm guessing, partner, sorry. If it's deal breaker for your partner, no Don'tly Dance. And for you, you're like, I must be doing a Don'tly Dance, then that's a deal breaker. But it sounds like it's not that important to you to do a Don'tly Dance. It's just important for you to make your own money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Alexa says, at least they talk to their partner about it and they're worried of not making money during this time. Whether a partner agrees or not, the partner should understand the importance of being financially independent in a relationship. Look for another option since partner doesn't agree with this website. Exactly. So it's nice that they had to talk about it. Partner doesn't agree with that website. You need to unpack whether it is the work or the website and figure out what's important to you. Because if it's just important to be financially independent, that's cool. I support that 100%. There are other ways to do that, especially if you want to do work online. There's so many interesting ways to make money online. Rhapsody says they do tip 50, but only for special content. And to be honest, you need a partner on board if you're getting the special content. That's too much emotional burden to be hiding it. Exactly. What are you going to... Listen. SW kind of work is emotionally taxing. And if you can't talk to the person that you are laying down next to you every night about it, I mean, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough go. So Dead Zone says, Swifty clans. is such a good opportunity for good money. I'm happy for the creators. I'm happy for them too. Honestly, I'm rooting for all of y'all. If you're on it, drop me your link. You could DM it to me. I will try to subscribe. I'm very loyal to some. There's one particular pajama partier in the chat. I won't name names, who does have one, unless they want to say who they are, that I've been subscribed to for probably 2 years now. Every month, come out of my bank account like clockwork. So if you want to say who you are, but you don't have to. But there's someone in here that I've been subscribed. Joshua says, can we get a link to Salacious Donely if it gets made? Yeah, Salacious. If you do make that Donely dance, link me so I can view it, and then let me know if you want me to share it with everybody else. Deadzone says, keeping and creating the fan base looks hard. Yes, it is work. It's not about just posting a hot selfie. Anyone can post a hot selfie if they take 5 minutes and a filter, okay? To maintain something is work that needs to be respected. Riley says, if your partner isn't secure enough to support your goals, maybe it's not going to work out. I don't know if it's necessarily secure about the goals, because the partners, they know each other. If my suspicion is true about the person only wanting to do Donely dance for money and not because it's important to them, the partner might see through that and be like, you don't want to do a Donely dance, and I'm not going to support you doing a Donely dance because it's not good for you. That's giving the partner the benefit of the doubt. But if this person, Salacious Scorsese, really, really, really wants to be a content creator of that nature, and the partner is not behind it, there's always going to be something left behind for our writer. And I think it's important to be partnered up with someone that is rooting for you. Rhapsody says, is your partner validating you? If you have unfulfilled needs that may be driving you to SW, look at that, because it will make you vulnerable as a creator. So does being blackmailable. Don't risk what you can't lose. Exactly. Because if somebody finds out your partner doesn't know about your Donely dance page, they will use it against you. The internet is... Pyjama Party is hopefully the kindest, cutest place on the internet. But not everywhere else on the internet is like Pyjama Party. Rhapsody says, I am available for consulting, though. I've been on Thronely Cans for like 3 years. Okay, so Rhapsody has announced she's been on Thronely Cans for 3 years. I have been subscribed to Rhapsody's Donely Dance for 2, maybe more years, and it's great. She's got lots of interesting content there. I mean, I don't check it every day, but it's cool, and it's money that goes from me to her, and she deserves it. So yeah, go, if you want Salacious Scorsese, there is a resource for you and another jammer who has been operating a Donely dance for several years quite successfully, so you can contact Rhapsody if you want more information. All right, and that was our last question of the evening. Thank you guys again for watching Pyjama Party. I appreciate you. I've been getting lots of messages lately about how much you guys enjoy watching Pyjama Party and how you look forward to it. And honestly, that makes me really happy. My hope always with launching this show was that I would be able to talk to at least one person. And you guys have been giving me that above and beyond. You've been so engaged and so great with sending in amazing questions and stories and giving your opinions in the chats. I always want to hear from you, because without you, there is no show. So we'll be back again on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Always the same time, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. And I need more questions. The inbox is caught up, and I need you guys to send me your scandalous, salacious, and secret letters and questions to my inbox. I will make sure the link is posted on all my social media so that you can fill up that box and let me know what you're thinking. You can ask me questions about my life, your life, questions for the group, stories that you want to share, and anything else that you want to ask me about. Anything that you send is totally secret. I don't know who it is, aside from the details you give me. The more detailed it is, the easier it is for us to give you advice naturally, but you can ask simple questions like, what's your favorite color? Or you could tell us about your family members that have been incarcerated and broke parole and committed murder. We like the second one. But I'm very happy that you all came and joined me today. Remember to follow me on my social media. I'm still working on trueshowgirl.com, but it's coming. And if you guys weren't here last week and don't know this information, I released my EP, which is streaming on Spotify, Google Play Music, YouTube Music, iTunes, whatever. It's called E-Girl, and it's an EDM pop album. I wrote and composed it, and it makes me happy. I wrote it when I was really sad in quarantine, so it's all positive vibes. So go and have a listen to that, and if you love it, leave me a tip on Spotify. All right, let's see what people say. Dead Zone says, I thought the platform was new because of COVID. No. The Only Dance has been around for a minute, but due to other services no longer being available, you know, like Rapsy says, better late to the party than never. Siobhan says, is it Thursday yet? It's not yet, but it will be. We've got 2 sleeps until next show. Make sure you send in your questions. Josh says, I've been bopping to your album a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please share with your friends. And I think today I was able to use one of the songs on my Instagram stories. So feel free to use the songs on your Instagram stories. And I haven't checked TikTok yet, but I think it should be going to TikTok. So use the songs, enjoy them. Let me know which one is your favorite and if I should record more music. Love you guys. Sleep well. And don't forget to submit your questions for next week. Or not next week, but 2 days from now. Bye.